New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion 2023 preview predictions, what I think is going to happen. This is our show for that. And if this is your first time checking us out, we're the almighty SOS Wrestle Talk, so please be sure you subscribe, like this video, all that good stuff, man. It's your boy, the Pro Wrestling Fly God. So without any further ado, we might as well get into these predictions for the 2023 rendition of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion. So before we get into the show of this year, Dominion has been a show that's had much history, rich history in my opinion, especially involving me and stuff that I've watched as far as New Japan Pro Wrestling. I remember seeing Okada take the belt back from AJ Styles in 2015. I remember seeing Okada take the belt back from Tetsuya Naito in 2016 after Naito had that 64-day, was it 68, 60? It was about 60 days when he reigned as champion back in 2016. I remember the 60-minute time limit draw between Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega. And for for what it's worth, that's my favorite Okada Omega match if you don't include the G1 Climax match as well. And of course, you got 2018. Kenny Omega finally able to dethrone Kazuchika Okada's record-setting reign and defense for the IWGP Heavyweight Title, staking his first IWGP Heavyweight Title reign and his only reign to date. 2019, I believe that was the year Chris Jericho attempted to challenge for the heavyweight title against Kazuchika Okada, only to take the L, but he didn't take a disgraceful L. He looked very strong on the feet. And in 2020, as we all know, that's when Evil was able to usurp Los Ingobernables de Japon's leader, that being Tetsuya Naito, and garnering his first IWGP not world heavyweight at the time. It's pretty much world heavyweight because the belts were unified, and not really unified, but they're together, that being the heavyweight and the Intercontinental title. Then in 2021, we had Shingo Takagi taking on Kazuchika Okada for the vacated IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, recently from Will Ospreay, who had suffered an injury. And then last year at Dominion, we had Jay White taking that IWGP World Heavyweight title from Kazuchika Okada. So one reoccurring theme, if you can't notice, of this show, Dominion, is Kazuchika Okada reigning Dominion over the show. This year, he's going to be there in a whole different kind of light. So yeah, he's not in the main event, which is kind of weird for him. He's usually pretty much in that Dominion main event. So he's in another match on the show, which we'll get to. But before we even get to that, there was a press conference concerning the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and ahead of Dominion that's going to take place Sunday, we have Yota Tsuji officially staking his name on the flag of Los Ingobernables de Japón. As we all know, he returned back from excursion back last month, taking on and challenging SANADA for the heavyweight championship. So he's going to get that first challenge regarding that. So this is from New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is an excerpt coming from them. Another question from the press conference concerning Tsuji's indicating that he was part of Los Ingobernables de Japón will be batted away by the challenge. But when SANADA got ready for their photo session, Tetsuya Naito made a surprise appearance to huge cheers. When Naito asked Tsuji whether his chest bump in Fukuoka meant that he wanted to join LIJ, Tsuji responded affirmative. I will be fighting in Japan from here on out, and I want to do it under the Los Ingobernables de Japón branch. He said, but are you ready? Because I plan on bringing LIJ and New Japan Pro Wrestling to new heights. So we have a new LIJ member pretty much right before we get our New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion preview and all that good stuff right here. So it's good. I kind of like it. I don't kind of like it. I do like it. It's great. So we kind of knew what we were going to get with this. So we knew it was, all the suspicions were confirmed. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and look at these matches we're going to get. So we have a kickoff match, the first match in the show. Young Lion, consecutive battle. We got Oscar Lube, Roye Oya, Borton Oleg, and Yuto Nakashima. Honestly, this match is a coin flip. So whichever Young Lion you like, pick them to win this match. Excuse me, I have my window open. It's hot outside and hot in here. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. Nature calls and all that good stuff. So excuse me about that. But it's pretty much whichever Young Lion you fancy at the time, or this at all. So pick the young lion you like, and we're going to go ahead and go forth. So hold on 1 second. Then a second match on New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion. We have to discover the number one contender for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. We have Will Ospreay, of course, representing the United Empire, the former IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. Of course, losing that belt to Kenny Omega back at Wrestle Kingdom. And we have a guy who hasn't really been featured on AEW that much. We have Lance Archer right here. I know he was on New Japan Strong. defeated Fred Rosser to qualify in this tournament right here. So now we get this final. This is going to be an absolute, this match is going to fuck. This match is going to be really good. I think Will Ospreay's winning this match right here. I think they're going to set that up for Will Ospreay to challenge Kenny Omega at All In for AEW for the U.S. title and eventually get the W over him. So I think that's what we're going to lead to. But before he does that, he has to defeat Lance Archer right here, which is a tall task, but I think he's going to get it done. I got Will Ospreay getting the W, getting the victory right here. So next on the card, we have Taka Michinoku, Doki, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Taichi, of course, of just 5 guys, thus being 4 guys right here, though, taking on Los Ingobernables de Japons, Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi, Bushi, and Titan. So I think LIJ is winning this match since we all know that Tsuji is in LIJ now, and it's going to be LIJ just 5 guys face off. I think we need LIJ to win one of these matches. I think it's going to be that. So I think LIJ is going to get the victory right here. I think Shingo's going to win. I think Shingo gets the victory over Taka Michinoku right here. Setting up from what may happen later on in the card. So match number 3 in the show for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. We have the 71st champions, that being the Jet Setters, Kevin Knight, Kushida, attempting to make their first defense, taking on Catch 22, representing the United Empire, Francesco Akira, and TJP. This match should be balls to the wall. It should be plenty of action, tons of hot spots right here. I think I'm going to go Catch 22. I think Catch 22 gets these straps back, gets a little momentum needed back for that team. And I think it was a nice little reign for the Jet Setters, having Kevin Knight get his actual first taste of New Japan Gold. I think that's nice, but I got Catch 22 getting the victory and getting the dub right here. So that's what I say. United Empire will be victorious in this match. So next match we have, it is another title match for the New Japan World Television Championship. Almost was kind of like an oxymoron in a way. We got the reigning champion attempting to make his 9th defense, Zack Sabre Jr., taking on Jeff Cobb right here, representing the United Empire. It's almost like Zack Sabre Jr. and Orange Cassidy are almost playing the similar type of role for their companies, kind of feverishly defending both of their titles. I definitely like it because it brings prestige to both of those belts. And I believe this match is also a 15-minute time limit. I wonder if we'll get another draw or if we'll get a decisive winner right here. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is retaining no matter what. It's just how the finish goes down because he's got a program kind of with Samoa Joe over in the Ring of Honor brand, pretty much the dueling TV champions, and whatnot. I mean, they could easily slide Jeff Cobb into that as well. But I think ZSJ has done great things with this belt. I think he's probably done enough to garner his 10th defense. And this is all about how it's going to happen right here. So I think ZSJ will retain the belt. Will he win the match? Picking the coward's way out and saying, I don't know. So moving on up the card for the 5th match right here, we have for both the IWGP Heavyweight and the Strong Openweight Tag Team titles right here. We got Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, Yujiro Takahashi, and Evil taking on United Empire's Aaron Henare and Great-O-Khan right here. So I think, man, it's kind of interesting. You would want to say Bishamon get the W right here, but I think Aaron Henare and Great-O-Khan are going to win, kind of going off of the United Empire's reign before they had to vacate it, that being Aussie Open. So I think they're going to win. And you could also throw them on Yujiro and Evil, because I mean, the New Japan Strong Tag Team titles kind of throws a wrench in the plans with that. So that's kind of why I'm like, it could go either way. But I got I'm circling the United Empire, if you ask me. So match number 6 right here, we have David Finlay, the champion of the Never Openweight title, defending the belt against El Phantasmo right here. I got technical difficulties. Where was I at? I was at the Never Openweight Championship match, man. I swear to God, I'm going to eventually get through the show, y'all. Never Openweight title. David Finlay attempting to make his 39th. He's the 39th champion. He's attempting to make his first defense, taking on El Phantasmo here. We know the story between both of these guys. But the story is right here that David Finlay kicked out El Phantasmo from Bullet Club. So El Phantasmo is he's pretty much hasn't really staked the home team. He's kind of going on the Hontai side right now. So it's kind of up in the air where he's going with that. But I think David Finlay is going to retain here, unfortunately. I would love to see El Phantasmo get the belt. I think that would be good and a good shout for him. I think that would be a good look on El Phantasmo being the newly reformed ELP, being a babyface now. I think that'd be a great look. But I think David Finlay retains. Who's going to be the next challenger if he does? So that's kind of my question going on from here. So we'll keep our eye on that. Next match is a match that a lot of people are, have their eyes on, been waiting on. Highly anticipated is the phrase that people like to say. For the Never Openweight 6-man tag team titles, we have the 26 champions attempting to make their first defense. Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada, taking on Shota Umino, the Death Rider himself, one of the Death Riders representing Death Riders, and coming over from AEW, a lot of people's favorites. I'm okay with them. I don't fawn and drool over them. But we got Claudio Castagnoli, I believe, making his first New Japan Pro Wrestling, appearance, his debut in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And the Death Rider himself, even though I did call Shota Umino that, the Death Rider, Jon Moxley, former IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. So, last month, I believe, Shota Umino said that Jon Moxley would be coming and he wanted to challenge Okada. And they want to challenge him for those 6-man tag team titles. So, Okada's no punk, bro. He's going to accept that challenge. And challenge accepted right here. So, this is an interesting match to call because I don't see Claudio or Moxley taking a pinfall in this match. But I'm like, if anybody does, and it's crazy because Umino could actually get the pin for his team or he could take the pinfall. So, it's kind of weird. But I think either way, Okada's not taking a pinfall for this 6-man tag team championship match, whatever happens. So, I think Blackpool Combat Club wins this. I kind of do. Like, it's weird. I would like for Tanahashi, Okada, and Ishii to have like a longer reign, but I think it's more novelty if you put, not novelty in a bad way, it's more notoriety if you put them on a Blackpool Combat Club. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen right here. And yeah, I think Blackpool Combat Club is going to get the victory. And we're going to have new 6-man tag team champions over here in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, moving on to the semi-main of the show for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, we have the 93rd champion attempting to make his 5th defense, that being Hiromu Takahashi, taking on the Best of the Super Juniors 30 winner, Master Wato, right here. So, like I said, Master Wato is one of the best of the Super Junior. He's had gradual improvements, and this is his litmus test right here. Can he win the Junior Heavyweight Championship? These guys have had matches in the past, never with the title on the line. Oh, man, this is, where do you go here? I think this is a hard call. I really do, because at this point, I think Hiromu is almost, I don't want to say ran through everybody, especially over here in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but for the most part, he's kind of gone through a lot of these guys here. So having Wato win this belt would be a fresh face. He'd have fresh challengers, and it'd be something cool for him to have, and have that, accomplishment, on his list, winning the Junior Heavyweight Championship. So it's really a toss-up, man. I lean towards Hiromu because my bias, but something tells me I think Master Wato's going to cash in right here. I think we're going to have a new Junior Heavyweight Champion. So I think Master Wato is going to win his first IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And I mean, they're grooming him to be the next ace of the Junior Heavyweight division anyway, after Hiromu is kind of slowed down anyway. So that's how I think that's going to go. And in the main event of the show, we got SANADA, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, attempting to make his 2nd defense, taking on Yota Tsuji right here, the newly christened Los Ingobernables member, the Yota Tsuji. So I'm expecting a lot from this man. I'm interested to see how Tsuji pulls this off. This is his first, this is huge for him. This is a main event showing. This is a huge deal for him. So it's just make or break kind of in a way. So he has to show and prove right here, even though I don't think he's going to get the W. I think SANADA's going to retain here, which is, I think, a safe bet. But Yota Tsuji still has to show and prove, and I'm hoping he does, man, being a, new member of one of my favorite faction, not one of my favorite faction, being a member of Los Ingobernables de Japón. So he's got to show and prove. I think, like I said, it's going to get the victory, but I just hope that Yota Tsuji has a great showing here. So, and then I think that's going to kind of lend into what's going to happen from earlier. I think with Shingo getting the victory for LIJ, I think that's going to prompt him to come out. And I don't know if you're going to be able to have a match before G1, but I could definitely see them being in the same block, that being Shingo Takagi and one SANADA, the heavyweight champion right now. So that's been my Dominion preview, predictions, all that good stuff, man. As abridged as it was, as had to move in many settings and all that good stuff. So I appreciate y'all checking it out. It's your boy, Pro Wrestling Fly God, Stardust Shiaku, Blunt United, man. Signing up out of here about this bitch. So you know what it is. We'll see what happens after Dominion. And I'll be here watching. So, peace.